the song Love Lives On is something I started about 14 months ago or so, after those two mosques were shot up by the white supremacists over in New Zealand. It was a horrible tragedy, and but I started reading articles after it happened, just because like when something that horrible happens, you want to, at least I wanted to look for, I don't know, something. And what I found was hope. What I found was people people who showed how good they were even in the midst of that tragedy. A person running towards a shooter to try and stop him, and he died, but he saved some lives in the process of that. And I mean, it's a horrible, senseless tragedy, but even in the midst of something so evil, you go to church thinking that that should be the safest place in the world to go to. It's a sanctuary after all. And I mean, church, a holy place. I don't know if my Muslim friends consider it a church, but it's their equivalent. I read articles and stuff on what happened, and I learned that when this crazy white supremacist guy came and was shooting up this mosque, somebody actually, at one of them, ran towards him to stop him, and he was killed, but he saved other people's lives in the process. So it's like, you know, even in the midst of a horrible tragedy, we have stories of people stepping up and showing the good in this world in the midst of one of the most heartbreaking kinds of, you should not have to go to church thinking that you're going to be shot to death there. Church should be a safe place to go. But even there, even in the most unthinkable kind of evil, there's still people showing the good in this world to their last breath. And that's why I wrote this song, for them and for the people who remain in the wake of that tragedy, who are in really any tragedy, but the song is specifically to that one, that, you know, just keep holding on to love, because it's there. It's still there. To a holy place to pray they went, then out of hate to death were sent. Unlock those lives so innocent, I can't believe they're gone. This world can be so unfair, good often crushed, well evil spared. But I won't give in to despair, 'cause I know that love lives on. Through the heartache there is comfort, in the suffering there's relief. Through the heartache there is comfort, in the suffering there's relief. There is hope and peace for all who sigh beneath the weight of grief. There's a light shining bright through the darkest night, even when all hope is gone. Love lives on, love lives on. You may be different from me, maybe by your looks or what you all want good to win. Let's all start with what we can, a smile on our face or the shake of a hand. Find someone different and make them a friend so that healing can begin. Through the heartache there is comfort, in the suffering there's relief. There is hope and peace for all who sigh beneath the weight of grief. There's a light shining bright through the darkest night. Even when all hope is gone, love lives on, love lives on. I know the troubles of this life are all worth it in the end. Though broken hearts can be the same, in a way I still can mend. As sure as springtime follows winter, and the sunrise of tonight, keep holding on to love, and you will be alright. Through the heartache there is comfort, in the suffering there's relief. There is hope and peace for all who sigh beneath the weight of grief. There's a light shining bright through the darkest night. Even when all hope is gone, love lives on, love lives on, love lives on. The song took me about a year, 14 months or so to write, because at first, like, I had the idea, I had like the first verse and the chorus, but I couldn't think beyond that. I thought maybe it's no good, but I came back to it, just what I had written a year ago. I started crying driving down the road, just kind of like remembering those words. I started crying, like tears coming out my eyeballs, and like, maybe this song is worth finishing. And so like the words just kind of came to me, and I kind of just finished writing it, because like it's not enough to just leave us in a place where like bad things happen but they're still good. Like, what are you going to do about it? Like, what are you going to, what's your takeaway? And that's where the second verse comes in, and it says, do what you can to make this world a good place. Do what you can, do your part. And the what do you call it? Like the bridge, like the sufferings of this life are worth it in the end. That, I hope that speaks to somebody. I know we all struggle. I'm just trying to like talk to you. If you are struggling, take these words to heart, because there's always good if we look for it in this world. Even in the worst times imaginable, there's always something good somewhere. And I just encourage you to look for that.